Hi, welcome to your reading. Today we're going to be looking at a message from your guides and your ancestors. And you have three piles to choose from, or three decks, or playing decks. Three tarot decks, sorry. That you can choose from. You'll choose one of those, and then I'm going to give you a card as well to choose from. So. Boom. Boom, and one more. There we go. On the back of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. But for pile 3, we have the Eight of Cups. You can see that. For pile 2, we have the Hermit. And for pile 3, we have the King of Cups. So very positive energies, I feel like. Even the Eight of Cups, I feel like positivity. Because like in that picture, he's smiling, I'm pretty sure, in that card. And so I like that. I like this, the energy of this reading. This should be a pretty good reading, a pretty happy reading is what I'm feeling like. Even my attitude, I feel like, is like kind of shifted to a happy place for some reason, like unintentionally, completely. Like I just noticed that as soon as I said hello, I noticed that. It shifted a little bit differently. And so this should be a pretty positive reading, hopefully. We'll see what happens though. The messages are going to be for you from your spiritual team. And let's see what comes through. You can skip to the pile. Okay, pile 1, welcome to your reading. We're going to start out a little bit different. We're going to start out by getting like the energy. And so we have this card right here, the King of Cups. And we're also going to get just some playing cards and get just some vibes. See what the energy's like right now that you're thinking about. See what's on your mind and like what's in your area, your aura. We have the Hermit. Interesting. Maybe connected to pile 2. But it doesn't have to be. Just the Hermit. Let's see. One more. The Page of Pentacles. I'm already feeling the vibe that like you're moving very slowly in some direction. Like maybe you feel like you're moving too slowly. And I feel like you're being told to be compassionate with yourself. To really like, to not stress it at all, period. Like kind of. I feel like you're on a very spiritual journey or a very emotional journey. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna move my chair though. I feel like you're on a very spiritual journey. You're growing a lot throughout this journey. And so there's going to be lots of like times to stop and pause and reflect. There's going to be lots of like times that you have to stop your progression. Like you have to like take a break maybe or something. Just because you are on a journey that is very long and that you're learning from. You're really learning a lot like while you're doing this. And you're meant to move slowly, I feel like. We have the Nine of Pentacles. And so you need to move slowly is kind of what you're being told. Like you need to move slowly in order to be able to grab from every situation and learn from everything properly. Otherwise, you're going to miss steps and you're going to not see some things, like not gain some things that you could have gained. You won't gain as much. It won't be as like worth it if you speed through it. We have the Page or the Page of Cups, the Nine of Cups. And so this is saying to be a little bit more understanding of your intuition, to listen to your intuition more, to really follow your intuition on this journey. This does look like a spiritual journey because we have the Hermit and then the Page of Cups. I was already thinking about a spiritual journey too. Like that popped into my head for some reason. I didn't say it. But the King of Cups too can be like a very spiritual person. Let's see. We have the Page of Swords. So remembering that you're a role model of some kind. It looks like a lot of people are looking up to you, that are paying attention to you. And remembering to follow in like the path you want and show what you want. Like make sure what you're showing people is a true representation of you. We got a bunch of cards. I'm gonna take them though, I guess. We have the Nine of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. There's a big vibe here that you're building some kind of like empire that is a very like revolutionary or very like, it's a new idea. There's something here that you're creating, something here that's very like new and very brand new. I'm also getting that it's very divinely protected, whatever you're doing. Because like the Nine of Cups in that card is like about being guarded with your emotions a little bit. And then there's like a big circle around the auroras. And it talks about negative effects of the auroras, is what the card says. So it's very interesting. It's like you're being protected to where the only thing that really can hurt you is yourself, is what I'm getting. That's what your guides are kind of saying, that you're very protected. That's what they're telling me with that card. We also have the King of Pentacles. It says the history of the Northern Lights. So I feel like you're doing something that's very new. It's based on history too. So like it's something, you're doing it in a new way, I guess. You're bringing like the old and the new together. You're bridging the gap, I feel like, between what was and what is. But yeah, I'm gonna get to your tarot now. So let's see what the general, like the big message is, the main message. I'm gonna pull 5 cards to start with, and then I'll start speaking. So 1, 2, 3. Boom. I forgot I was gonna use this deck too. So this Oracle deck. Just get 1 card from it for now. There we go. So, we have the Star. So there is a big vibe of like you being like some kind of like influential person that people look up to and like really pay attention to. The 9 of Wands. I said I wasn't gonna talk. The 10 of Cups. The 7 of Wands. And the 9 of Pentacles. And then your energy is Shadow and Grace. So maybe you're the first person in your family to ever do something. Maybe you're the first person in your family to like really see yourself as a like a light in the way that you do. You're the first person to think of yourself as like special maybe, or something is what I'm getting. Like see yourself as somebody who could like, who makes a difference in the world. I feel like the 7 of Wands, you really know what you want. You're really ambitious. You really go for that. And I feel like with the 10 of Cups, like it's a big family vibe. There's lots to do with your family here. Maybe you're changing some things in your family. You're very young, I feel like, too. You have a very young energy. And so I feel like it's very difficult for you to make this, like, stand up. For you to stand up for yourself in this way or something. With Shadows and Grace, it's like you're kind of in the shadows to the rest of your family, too, is what I'm getting. And so it's like, there's like a separation there in that way. Like, where it's like you're the black sheep or something a little bit. The 9 of Coins is telling you to really take advantage of everything that's around you. And I feel like you do that. And that's what this message is saying, to continue doing that. Because I really feel like this message is telling you, it's like an encouragement kind of thing. It's telling you that you can accomplish your goals and like you can continue your goals. That your goals are like important and they're not silly or something like that. Because it really is like, it's like telling you to step up a little bit. But it's telling you to step up in a way that like, the way you want to, the way your intuition tells you to. It's telling you to continue stepping up in the ways that you have been. Because it's not telling you to hurry up at all or like get any faster. It's definitely saying to even maybe move slower. But they're telling you to be strong and like firm. Because I feel like you maybe like have people that are like on your back a little bit. It could be difficult, but I see that you enjoy the difficult times. Like in this card, I'm getting like the connection between these 2 cards. And the 9 of Wands is about like pushing through that last phase. So I feel like you're right at the edge of like some kind of major reward. And you're right there, and it feels like you feel like you might like not be able to grab it. Like she's kind of scared running away from like the dark house. And it's like the darkness is kind of what you're supposed to like a little bit. You're supposed to be part of the darkness, I feel like. I feel like your ancestors are also definitely telling you that they love you, or your spiritual team. They're telling you that there are many opportunities around you, not to limit yourself. And not to limit yourself with time either. Remembering time is an illusion. You're somebody who likes to explore the darkness, like I was saying. So continue exploring the darkness. Find things in the darkness. Find the lights within the darkness is what I'm getting to. Focus on like the small details is what you do. And so I feel like they're saying to really focus on that. And sometimes maybe you need to illuminate things to be able to find the small details. And so like bringing positivity into negative situations is what I'm thinking like about. Being able to share with people like with the 7 of Wands, like what it is that like help people understand what it is that they want to achieve and like how to get there, how to achieve your goals. Like you're helping people achieve their goals. Let's see, let's get some more energy for this reading. Why the 10 of Cups in this reading? The 9 of Swords. So I feel like you have lots of anxiety, or like your family maybe causes you a lot of anxiety. Somebody does around you, like the people you're close to. And so this is saying to overcome that. So remember that you're loved and like you're on a supported path. Your path is supported, whether it's by your direct family. It could be like you could just not have a direct family anymore because of its disconnection. And so it's saying like there is family around you. You found family in some way. I feel like even if you don't have family, and they're saying they're your family, literally. The 9 of Wands, we got the 6 of Wands, which is telling me to push through. There's gonna be victory soon. You're gonna have a major victory soon in some way. It's kind of a card of encouragement, I feel like, those two together. She's like holding a little doll close to her. That's very cute. I wish I knew the story behind the card. I don't. Where's the book at? It's right here. So let's see what the story is. Because I actually have the book this time. I used this deck a bunch of times and I haven't had the story for it. And it's like, yeah. So let's see. There's the wands. Nope. Sorry, 1 second. There we go. Is it from Venice? Wait, no. It's from Russian. It's a Russian fairy tale. It's from Russian. Jesus. It's about Vasilisa the Beautiful. The Nine of Wands represents weathering the battle sent by her wicked stepmother to the door of the witch Baba Yaga. I don't know how to say her name. I wanted to say Vasilina there, but I don't think that's right. The Beautiful stays resilient. She endures Baba Yaga's impossible trails. She is wary and cautious, but also hopeful. It talks about fatigue. And so I feel like you are being like cast out by somebody in your family, probably. Like you're being like, you have a wicked stepmother of some kind. Like I was saying, the black sheep is what I was getting. So that card really has a good imagery because that is exactly what I got from that card. Like that was exactly what I said. And that's kind of what it is. And it was just because of the way the house is like black and she looks scared, but like she doesn't want to look scared, you know? That's kind of the vibe it's giving me. Or it gave me. What fairy tale is that like that's not Russian? Or that I would know? Or it's a... Oh, Cinderella. That's what it's giving me. This is a whole Cinderella story is what I'm getting from the thing. Literally, it's a Cinderella story is what I'm getting. Because it looks like there's this potential for like great family, very great things, but it's like there's somebody in your family that just persecutes you, and it's like you're hopeful, but like they just rain on your parade all the time. And this is telling you that like don't let that affect you. And like I see literally with the family, the anxiety. We have the 9 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, like very clear connection. Don't let your anxiety overwhelm you. You will have victory over this soon. Let's see why the star is here. I mean, I kind of get the star. That one's pretty obvious. But let's see another card for it. The King of Wands. It's really just telling you to be that leader, be that thing that people want to follow, like to step up to the plate and be that leader, literally. The 7 of Wands. The 9 of Cups. Where was the 9 of Cups? There's the negative effects of auroras. And so I feel like sometimes you can focus on the negative things instead of the positive things, and to continue to block your emotions off to those negative things. Not block your emotions off. To continue to block yourself off from those negative things, though. So there's these negative energies in your house. Put a shield around yourself. Like find some way to shield yourself from that negative energy and don't let it enter your sphere. Be able to sit there in the calm and like in calm. Be there to sit there in a storm and be calm. Like you are not affected by the way other people are affected. Like stop allowing other people to affect your energy and like come into your energy is what it's saying. To stay like even if you have to deny what you want for some reason, to continue knowing in your heart that that's what you want and that's why you're fighting. And remembering that like every step is a step in the direction of your dreams if you allow it to be. Because like if you're working at a job you hate, it's still a direction of your dreams because you're gaining money, you're getting stable, you're taking one step. That's one step. That's one of the steps at a time. So just remembering that and don't lose faith, don't lose hope in it. Why the 9 of Coins? The Queen of Cups. And so I feel like this is telling you to take advantage of your surroundings, to use your surroundings to the fullest of their potential and to heal yourself with your surroundings. If you have any downtime, use that for self-development and like to be a nurturer of yourself, to use that time to help yourself and like to build yourself up instead of take yourself down, definitely. We have the Joker flipped over. And then the Page of Diamonds was on the bottom. But I'm gonna get one more of these Oracle cards, and then I'm gonna do a couple more cards for the message. But your message really is to stand up for yourself and to be yourself, to be as unique as you are, to be grateful. It can sometimes be very difficult when you come from like a bad family to stay grateful, but it's important to remember like that there are so many blessings in life beyond just like whatever happens like in your household and stuff. The Queen of Wands. Your star power really is your uniqueness. It's your ambition, your drive. It's your ability to unite people on a common goal, but be independent at the same time. It's your ability to be a leader. We have the Ace of Coins. And one more card, please. And the Knight of Cups. I'm getting the message to generally be gentle with yourself, to be grateful for who you are, and stay grateful, and to be gentle with yourself as you grow. Because I feel like you're very hard on yourself, and there may be very like people that are very hard on you in your life, and so that can make it very difficult to be grateful and to be soft with yourself. But remembering to nurture yourself, remembering to be very soft with yourself. And I said that in the very beginning too with the King of Cups. That's definitely the vibe. It's like you can put yourself through stress, but still like your inner voice can be very nice to yourself still. And the Ace of Swords. I don't know why I felt the need to pull one more card. So maybe you're about to have a very bright idea that's going to come out. Because I don't know, I picked the deck. I was going to get a different deck and use the playing cards again. But it really, like, I felt like I needed to, I guess. So maybe you're going to be, maybe this is saying that you will find your way to cut yourself out of this tricky situation. You will untie these knots. You will figure this out. This is definitely an message encouragement. Because I feel like, I guess you may need this encouragement. You could feel very down. Balance. The Two of Swords or the Two of Pentacles about balance. And we have the Ace of Swords. So balancing new and old ideas. Like, what was your original vision? Where is your vision heading now? What is your vision now? And so being able to be changeable, like malleable in that way, where you can change your decision making. You can change like your direction. You can change things, but still be pursuing the same end goal. Ace of Cups, or no, Queen of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. I feel like this is saying to not let your inner saboteur get the best of you. Don't allow your inner world to stoop to the level of these other people that may be very negative. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. So we have that dream that you're hoping for. There is an opportunity coming for your dream. You're being presented opportunities like readily, like very often, I feel like. They're just opportunities that take a long time to grow, and they're opportunities that take a long time to manifest, and they're meant to. That's the point, because they're going to yield great things, great success later. It's about continuing in that direction despite like the slowness, despite the slowdowns, despite the delays. To not allow delays to be a reason for you to need anything else, like to need to speed up. Don't speed up because of the delays, is what I'm getting. We have the Ten of Swords and the Joker card coming out again. So I feel like the Joker is definitely a message of your uniqueness. It's also a message of the Fool, so beginning a journey. And so maybe there's something you need to get on like right now that you haven't been, like you've been procrastinating. And you've been procrastinating probably because like some people were like rushing you even potentially. But the Ten of Swords is about being stabbed in the back. So I feel like you're being told to, like I said, be soft with yourself, but it's coming up right under gratitude. So that's telling me also to be grateful for the things that have stabbed you in the back. To remember that those are lessons that you can learn from, and like to learn from the things that have hurt you. To be past the point of being petty. To be beyond that. To be like a pacifist in that way, where it's like, thank you, even though somebody just turn the other cheek is what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Definitely, I feel like you're supposed to be one of those people that are very like, you're supposed to be stern, because we have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands right here in this main part of your reading. And so that's telling me that you're supposed to be like very loud, very proud, and very flamboyant. But it's also telling me like to give you that vibe of humility, to stay humble and to turn the other cheek, to remember to be practical and humble. Definitely humble. We have the Queen of Cups coming up too, so that's very like nurturing, to really help other people and to really provide for other people is one of your goals, or one of your main purposes potentially. And you're doing that to provide for yourself. You're doing it not for selfish reasons, but for self. You're doing it for self. Then we have the Elemental Embrace. There's not as much air here as I was thinking there might be, but there's pretty good balance of all the elements here. That's kind of very balanced. And Elemental Embrace is balancing you to embrace every area of life, to not allow your life to become about one thing, but be about everything. Be show off your talented self, like how you can do multiple things and how you can learn multiple things. Because I feel like you're supposed to be very broad, like you're a very broad person. You have lots of talents, I feel like. And this is saying not to let your anxiety get the best of you, to continue doing them, to support all your habits. There's new opportunities for you everywhere. There's all kinds of opportunities in front of you. To really slowly pursue each of them, pursue them in a diligent way is also the key. To be diligent and be consistent. To develop a routine, I feel like is a message here too. We had the Hermit as one of the first cards, yes. And so definitely developing a routine would be very important for you. A routine that's very compassionate and very nurturing for yourself. A routine that's really going to take care of you and allow you to learn and foster. It's going to foster a good mind for you. It's going to bring in positivity. Even if that routine is just in your mind, like having a mental routine of like, I need to say 10 affirmations a day, whatever that is, whatever that is for you, literally. The Three of Wands. That everything you're doing is manifesting something. Every single thing you're doing is manifesting something. So what is it manifesting? Focus every single one of your thoughts and every single one of your actions, everything on your goal. If your actions are avoiding somebody in your family, focus that on your goal. You avoid this person for your mental health. Well, you see what I'm saying? See the reasoning behind everything. Everything can have a reason, and everything, you get to choose that reason. So give everything that positive reason of your goals. Give everything that reason of your success. Like that's what you're focused on. That's what you're determined to gain, is that success. Anything else we need to hear? I'm going to get this deck and do just a couple more cards for a final message, like a wrap up of the gist. The Star. Back where we started. I couldn't have done much better than that. I don't even think I need to say anything, but this is just telling you to be you, to be the star, that you're coming out of a bad situation. So remember that you are coming out of a bad situation. So you have nothing, but you can do so much with nothing. It's about your mind. It's about what you know how to do with nothing. Literally, knowing how to do everything with nothing is what you're meant to do. Is one of the things that you're meant to do. I feel like, even if you have a lot and you don't have nothing, but like, just saying that like the materials are not what's going to make you successful. The things around you are not going to make you successful. You are going to make you successful. That's the only thing that will make you successful, is your mindset, and you're changing that. The Page of Swords. To continue being a very good role model and continue learning, to never turn down education, never turn down life experiences, because all life experiences are bringing you up, they're building you up, they're very strong. They're making you stronger and like making your mind stronger. You're learning from them. You're somebody who is able to learn from life, anything. And so not many people are like that, really, because some people, like, if something bad happens to them, it destroys them, and they just can't come back from it. You can come back from it. You're strong. This card's not supposed to be upside down. Like, I don't really read reversals, but all the cards in this deck, except for that one probably, are right side up. This is one of the few that would be upside down. And so I'm going to read this one as a reversal. I feel like you're not seeing the sun. You're not seeing the light of day. Like, you're maybe being a recluse a little bit. With the star, like, the star shines because of the sun. And so maybe it is very dark where you are. And you're forgetting that the sun is still what makes you shine. Your joy is still what makes you shine. And so even if you have to put on a frown face and, like, be mad about something, figure out a way to find that happiness within yourself and, like, fake it till you make it a little bit. And then you're the King of Wands. You're a leader. Be that leader. A leader can't shine if he's in that mode of, like, if he's down. You have to always keep your sun, like, bright. You always have to keep your light bright. You always have to know who you are. Don't ever forget who you are, is a big vibe too. So even if you have to pretend to be somebody else, don't forget who you are. You can't get lost in the character when you're acting. You have to you have to know who you are still. You have to be very strong in that. And I feel like you are very strong. This is just encouragement to remember too. The Nine of Wands even came up under itself. So this reading is definitely, I feel like, very serendipitous. It is very pretty, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope that you are encouraged. Hi, welcome to your reading. Oops, those weren't supposed to be there. But yes, today we're going to be looking at a message from your ancestors or your spiritual team in general. So we're going to see what comes through. It could be anything. It's a general message. Starting out with the Hermit. It looks like you're on a spiritual path, a spiritual journey. So your message probably is going to be pertaining to a spiritual journey. But let's see what cards come out. I'm getting that idea that you're supposed to bring an idea to life. Like, you're supposed to bring, like, something to people's sight. You're supposed to make something seen that's not normally seen. Something hidden. We have the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles. It's a very powerful reading, very spiritual reading. You're supposed to be maybe a spiritual leader. Ooh, damn. You're supposed to be some kind of spiritual leader, though. I'm going to pick those up later. I wasn't going to get any more anyway. But yes, you're going to be a spiritual leader in some way. You're supposed to be a spiritual leader. You're somebody who guides people, I feel like, to their light, to a light. If not, then within yourself, you're supposed to find your power, is what it's saying to do, is really what it's saying to do. Is find your power, find your inner guidance, and to trust your inner guidance, to believe in who you are and believe in yourself. This gives me a very mature energy, very, like, not older, but, like, a very mature energy is the word, I guess. We have the Page of Pentacles. I'm just dropping every card today. Like, literally. But then we also have the Six of Pentacles. I'm getting the vibe that Rome wasn't built in a day again. And so continuing to be patient with yourself and continuing to grow. You can't speed your growth up. If you speed your growth up, then you're going to be skipping steps. You're going to be missing, you're not going to have a proper plan. You have to take time to slow down and make that plan. King of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles. This is a very similar message to before pile one. I feel like so far, at least your energy is very similar. And so it feels like you're in a similar place, kind of. But like, maybe not a similar circumstance, or like, I don't know if your message will be similar. But it's kind of a spiritual, you're kind of a spiritual leader. The last file was about being a star, I feel like. And so this one's more about like, maybe being a supportive character. But the King of Swords, or the King of Pentacles, is somebody who controls a lot of people. He has a lot of say in a lot of other people's lives, I feel like. It says Northern Lights history. And so you're going to be making history. You could be a history teacher or do something with history, but I'm getting that. It's a big vibe of history. Like being somebody who really appreciates history. So that's really good. The Seven of Pentacles is telling you that like types of auroras, and it says rays. And then in that thing, I literally like, this looks like to me, I mean, I think you can see it, but it looks kind of like an angel, like the wings and then like the face and then like the body down there. And then there's the green color. It's beautiful. And then I see like purples and greens, like that's the aura. And so I see that your aura is very purple. It's very spiritual. It's very evolved, I would say. With the Page of Pentacles, I would say very much the same thing, but there's more red added to it. So that's your grounding. And so you're very grounded. You're very grounded, but also very spiritual at the same time, is what I'm getting. You're able to be both. You're able to do both. You are both, I feel like. The High Priestess is that wise. Your chakras are all aligned in a way that's very beneficial. Like you're able to heal people, I feel like. You're able to heal your chakras. You're able to heal other people as well. You're not afraid to say what you want to say either. You can maybe be cold sometimes. But yeah, you're not afraid at all to speak your mind. And you're very unique, I feel like. You're very much the only person that's like you. The Ace of Swords is telling me, like, is it the Hyper Notice the Moon? I've seen the Fool, the World, a bunch of cards. The Tower. But let's see. We're going to get your cards in just a second. But the, yeah, you're a very unique person. You're the only one who can do what you do, or who has the, like, want to do what you do. Maybe the desire, like, to do what you do. For some reason. And you're also very beautiful. And that's one of the... Oops, I showed you the card, but it don't matter. It don't matter. It's Ten of Cups, though. You're also one of the only people I feel like... What was I saying? That can do what you do. And then I feel like you're very beautiful. You're very, you're able to stand out in a crowd just because of the way you look. Your looks bring you out in a crowd. You look different. People notice immediately there's something different about you. And it could be like that you wear, like, you cover, like, some... I don't know. It could be that you wear something a certain way that's very unique or very, like... loud or very, because I'm not getting loud, I'm getting the opposite. That people notice you for your beauty because you hide your beauty almost, is what I'm seeing. Like, you don't show it to people as much as, like, as there is anyways, and they're still amazed by it. We have the Ace of Pentacles too. The Three of Cups. Yeah, I'm feeling like you have a knowledge that is something you're supposed to share. And it's a knowledge of the past. It's a new perspective maybe on the past. You're the King and the Queen of Pentacles too, and I didn't even notice that. And so there may be somebody in your life that, like, I'm getting nun vibes for sure, but there could be somebody in your life that, like, you turned down because of, like, there's, like, you said no or something because of, like, your path. And, like, that's what I'm getting, like, you know, literally, like, how a nun has to, like, denounce marriage to be a nun, I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they all do or whatever, but, yeah. The Six of Wands. Victory. It's a very good first message. Let's get one more card and then I'll start speaking. I really do see, and I guess I'll start talking now. I really do see that you have the opportunity to be some kind of nun or some kind of, like, supporter for people, like a counselor maybe. You got two cards. The Kiss. I knew this lady. She did karate with me for a long time. She was wonderful. But she wanted to be a nun, and then we asked her always, like, well, why weren't you a nun? Why didn't you become a nun? And she said because she liked boys too much. And so this is just reminding me of her, because, like, she was married, obviously, but, like, or not obviously, but she was married, and she just said she liked boys too much. She didn't want to be a nun because of that. And it's so funny because, like, she's very spiritual. Like, she went to church a lot and, like, always was talking about Jesus. And so it's like that vibe kind of that you wanted to be a nun, but you decided not to because you liked just the, you know. That's funny. Star Tetrahedron shows you that you're a very passionate person. You're very, very passionate. And I feel like your passion comes from a deep-rooted love for like other people and love for connections, which is interesting because I feel like you don't talk to a lot of people. I feel like you keep your circle very tight. I feel like you keep your circle very tight, and you maybe even you talk to a lot of people and you share your passion with a lot of people, but you keep your actual circle very tight. I'm getting threes a lot. Like there's three circles here, there's three right here. And then we have the pair, which is two, which is interesting. You're very focused on the fundamental basics of life, which is another message we got from karate a lot, was focusing on the basics. So if you're watching, hi, you know who you are. That'd be funny though. I don't think she'd watch my videos, but we'll see. I've never asked her to, or showed them to her. But like, I mean, this looks like her to me. This that's the only thing I can think about right this second is her. Because I mean, it describes it perfectly. The star tetrahedron is about having like an immense amount of passion for something. Because it's like it's a multi like dimensional passion. It's very complex and very different. Because the star tetrahedron is two tetrahedrons, which are two triangular prisms, kind of, but it's not a square on the bottom. It's just another triangle, and so it's one of the platonic solids, but it represents the element fire. And so it's two of these put into each other. It's intersected, which is another vibe of like sex. And so I'm getting another message about like not about not wanting to follow your spiritual path because of that, for some or something like that. The nun vibes is what I'm getting. But yeah, maybe you found very early age like the person you were gonna marry, and maybe you've been very dedicated to this person for a very long time, and it looks like a very strong connection. You even have the lovers coming up, the pair, in your reading. The Gemini card too is also about like knowledge, and so I feel like you have a lot of knowledge within you. You're very smart. You're very analytical. You can see things from many different angles, many dimensions potentially, because of the tetrahedron. Why is the kiss card here? Maybe you're just that in love with somebody. There's that much love in your life in some way. Where it's like the kiss card came out this like during the spiritual reading. Maybe you have a spiritual kind of love. There's a butterfly in the card that I see. I'm getting a big vibe of Tetra Pisces too, which is about like creation. That is the Tetra Pisces is two circles that intersect, and it's like a Venn diagram, and that creates another circle, which is then considered the child. So that's why Tetra Pisces represents childbirth, because it's creation. It's two things coming together to make three things, and one of them's smaller and has to grow, and then the other two people lose something, because whenever you have a baby, I mean, you lose something. Like there's a lot going on. It hurts your body and like really does that. But yeah, I'm also what was I getting that I forgot? Oh yeah, the Jesus fish, the fish that's like the Christian symbol. It comes from the Tetra Pisces, or it may not be intentionally that way, but it does come from the Tetra Pisces. There's a new opportunity. I'm gonna get some cards to clarify. That's what I was just thinking. So what is this Ace of Pentacles? What is this Ace of Pentacles here for? The Three of Pentacles. There's a new opportunity in your work to expand it in some way. There's going to be a victory soon in your career. Like, definitely. This is telling you that there's going to be a victory. You have a victory at the end of it, like the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. You're about to start, like, a new career, maybe, or a new cycle, and, like, it's all positives. Maybe you're about to start working with some friends or a group of friends, or maybe you're about to start working with your lover, like a pair. The Two of Cups. Maybe you and your lover really are best friends and you're about to start a business together or something. Or maybe like this is how you treat everybody. I feel like is like the most important person in the world to you. You treat others as more, like you want to be treated, like very special almost. And I feel like that's because you feel a very special connection with your creator, with God. Because like this is a very like that's what this is showing me, is that you treat everybody in the way that like they're your best friend, but like you know how to like not allow like you're above them being able to hurt you. And so like you can't be hurt by these people, even though you let them in and you'll tell them anything almost, it seems like, and you let them even into your home, like to like stay the night. It feels like you're just you're pure in that way, where it's like you can't be hurt by them because like God just wouldn't let that happen. And then there's like a not seeing something, and maybe you don't see this about yourself, but it's also, I feel like those people I was just talking about, like you let people in, you're willing to help them, and they don't see that. But I'm also getting a vibe, like I'm thinking in my head, like that's not safe. And so make sure you're being safe, like make sure you're protecting yourself, because people will hurt you. Like God will protect you so far, but like he's not going to protect you against your own stupidity sometimes. Like God's going to protect you against anything, but like he's not going to protect you against somebody that's going to slit your throat and steal your babies. So don't be letting people into your house if you can. Like you have to be careful. Like that's why there's churches, so that way they could take them to church instead of taking them home with them. You guys saying like, don't bring those people to your house. Like that's dangerous. Don't be silly, because then you stop giving your message out. You stop helping people. You stop sharing. You have to be as smart. That's part of what this reading might be saying too. A big part of it is being very smart, being intelligent. You following the guidance you know to be true. Like people can people can hurt you for no reason. They don't care. Like people will do that. Like some people do it for fun. And so just remembering that and like keeping that in the back of your mind at always. You're manifesting a partnership. You're manifesting knowledge too. Maybe you're single, but if you are single, you definitely want a partner. Like that's definitely on your mind a lot. I feel like you're somebody who at a very young age learned a lot, specifically about the history and the past. And I feel like you continue to learn. You continue to look at the history for the future. You continue to learn from the history of the world to like gain for the future. You're somebody who definitely like understands that the past repeats itself. And that's like a big message I feel like that you share with people is that, specifically just that. Like how the history repeats itself. And that goes back to like the Bible and stuff and being a nun, because like sharing God's word, that's what the point of the Bible kind of is to share that history does repeat itself. It can, and it will. That's the point. But yes, let's get another couple cards. The moon was on the bottom of that thing again too, which is a Pisces card. What is her sign? I have no idea. I feel like she was a Pisces. I just can't remember. When's her birthday? I can't remember when her birthday was. I'm sorry if you see this. The Mystic comes up again. That's the High Priestess, which was your second card. So you're very spiritual, very in tune, very much a healer, and very much in your power. Like your power is within yourself. Like your power is not your knowledge. Your power is a natural God-given talent. The knowledge is helping you with your power. You have a very spiritual purpose and a very like real purpose, a very connected purpose. I want to ask about the kiss too a little bit more because I don't feel like I spoke about it too much. It definitely gave me the vibe of the person I'm talking about, but that's not the message of the reading. That's just something cool. It's something very unique. It's something interesting that I would like to show her, but I know this is kind of against her religion, so I'm not sure. We'll see. Maybe I'll show it to her son or something. Maybe. We have the Hermit again. So Virgo energy is big in this reading. Your routine. Focusing on a positive routine, a healthy routine for yourself. These two cards are stuck together. Oh, not that bad. What's sticky? Ew. I'll leave it out and fix it. Is this one's gross? No. We have the Queen of Swords. And so I feel like you're very compassionate, very loving. And you have maybe difficulties being very stern with people. But also, like, you can snap, maybe. Because even the nicest of people, even the nuns, get mad. I'm getting the vibe that you need an outlet for your anger, maybe. Maybe you're all love and light a little too much sometimes. And, like, it gets the best of you because then you become the opposite of love and light. You're not love and light anymore. We have the Lesson. And Earth's Prayer, number 4, with Tetra Pisces on it again. I think that's Tetra Pisces. Yes, it is Tetra Pisces surrounded by another circle. And it's talking about Earth's Prayer, like, this whole vibe is talking about how, like, you're supposed to raise the consciousness of humanity, kind of. Like, you're supposed to bring them to God, essentially. And then the spiritual, I don't know why I was even shuffling, but the spiritual, the decahedron, that's the spiritual platonic solid. That's the one for these ones. That's the one for the zodiac sign. And then it's on to Taurus. Maybe she's a Taurus. Who knows? But, yes, you're definitely supposed to, you've learned many lessons throughout your life. And you're supposed to continue learning lessons and sharing them with people. That's one of your purposes, I feel like, definitely. And your guides are telling you to be very gentle with yourself as you learn these lessons. To be like, really take them in, write everything down. And like everything that happens to you, I feel like is very spiritual. There's very much a purpose to it. Like every single thing that happens almost, there's a purpose to. And with the mystery, I feel like you connect to that purpose very quickly. You can, like, before it even happens, you know it's going to happen, why, and like, you have the experience it still. Because until you've experienced something, you really can't share about it. Like, it's very difficult to tell other people about other people's experiences and stuff, you know? Like, you just can't share you can't share the same substance that you have unless you've actually went through that. And even knowing the future, you still can't always change the future. Some things are, like, not destiny, but, like, some things are set in stone, like, they're going to happen. And so, sometimes you can't change history, or the future with the history. And because history does repeat itself. It always does. That's it's inevitable. It's interesting how it's inevitable, but we know that history repeats itself. But it's still inevitable. Why can't we stop it? So it's a very interesting thought. Maybe that's one of your purposes, is to stop history from repeating itself. To bring history to everyone's awareness. To bring history to everyone's awareness. That's what your purpose, I feel like, is. And that's what you're being talked about. Like, that's what's being talked about. The Hermit card really encourages you to drop everything and pursue your spiritual purpose. And so whatever that means for you. Let's see the Kiss. The Queen of Swords. Why the Kiss? Why the kiss? We have the Four of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Wands too, and then the Five of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. So I feel like, and the Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the Six of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. All very similar cards, but this is giving me a vibe that, like, this is giving me a vibe that you didn't say no to your soulmate or something. Like, you met somebody that, like, really meant a lot to you, or, like, at some point you really met somebody that, like, meant a lot to you. And I kind of want to cry now. I don't know why. But, like, you met somebody that meant a lot to you, and you had to tell them no for your spiritual purpose. So maybe this is saying, like, there are sacrifices that sometimes you have to make, but, like, sometimes they may not even feel worth it. And so I want to, like, if you had to turn down, like, somebody that was, like, you felt like was so perfect for you, and you never took that opportunity, and, like, you regret it, it probably comes into your mind a lot. And so, like, that really is sad. But you did it for a good reason, is what that's the choice you made. And so it just brings that question, like, is every choice you make always the best one? Like, even if it, like, is putting other people before yourself always necessary? Like, shouldn't you have put yourself first maybe in that situation? Or, like, maybe not. Maybe you should still, like, you know, maybe you would still choose that. Let's see, what's the other vibe? Page of Pentacles. And so there's just a vibe of, like, relationships, like a soulmate or something that you've met, where either you are with them or you're not, and, like, it brings insecurity, like, you wanting to meet this person, you wanting to be with this person. Maybe your soulmate's coming in is what this message is telling you, and to ignore that thought and, like, just wait for them. And, like, by wait for them, I mean fully pursue your spiritual path. Like, they're coming in when they're coming in. Like, you can't speed it up, you can't slow it down. Like, you're gonna meet them, you can't miss it, kind of thing. So stop stressing it. That could be the vibe. But it's also, like, because, like, you have three aces there. That's opportunity, opportunity, opportunity. The Six of Cups is about reunion. The Four of Wands is passionate, like a passionate relationship. It's marriage. And then you have the Page of, it's excitement and slow and steady movement. And so this is going to come in whenever it does. Like, that's what I'm saying. You can't speed this up. And it's going to go for the long term. Be the Ten of Cups there. That's family. That's love forever. That's a marriage as well. And I feel like there's just things that you're supposed to learn before this comes in. If it hasn't come in. If it hasn't, it was worth it maybe. And so for the lady, maybe it was worth not being a spiritual leader, because, like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like she definitely made an impact on people's lives. So she's definitely a very sweet lady. She made an impact on my life alone. Let's put it that way. And so there you go. So she did enough there. I would say that. I mean, she did. So there's a lot that she did for me. Just in, like, for no reason, really. No reason. Just because she's nice. You know? Some people are just like that. Some people care. But, and she was not a nun. There's another nun that was really cool that I did karate with. She taught, and I'm not kidding, this is not a joke. She taught nunchucks at karate. Like, legitimately taught nunchucks. The nun taught nunchucks, yes. Everyone joked about it, but it's so funny. That's hilarious. Like, why? I mean, why not? But, like, that was just so funny to me. That's up there with the funniest things I've ever heard. Because she really did. What's that movie? Flying Nuns. Flying Nuns with nunchucks, you know? That vibe. But we have the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Hedgehogs. Oh, and I wanted to clarify these cards. The Fool. So you're about to enter on a new journey, I feel like. There's a new journey that's right fresh for picking, kind of. And the Mystery. You feel this coming. Do you have the Magician? No. You have so many, like, very young cards, which is interesting because I thought you were so mature. I said maturity. It's, like, mature, but you have a young attitude about yourself. You have maintained, like, a very young and, like, youthful attitude. The Queen of Swords is, like, maybe you're sour or so. Let's see. The Eight of Swords. I feel like you stop yourself from saying things a lot. You stop yourself from speaking up for yourself and to saying your truth a lot. And it's because, like, you feel like maybe you're being selfish in those moments. But sometimes, like, selfish is the only way you can be. Sometimes you have to take care of yourself. Every single card is dropping on the floor. And I was going to just keep going and not pick them up. Like, oh, I'm almost out of cards now. We have the King of Pentacles. The King of Swords. Relationships is, like, not a big... is coming up a lot in this reading. But it's not the main focus at all. Which is interesting. It's just something to note. The Mystery, the Page, listening to your intuition. Your intuition will guide you everywhere. So every decision you've ever made, any ounce or any portion of, like, of regrets has to be, like, purged from your body is what I'm getting from this reading. They were lessons. There was a reason you chose to do that. And the universe is not going to hurt you for anything you've done. Like, there's no reason to condemn yourself. You made every decision pretty, like, the best you could in the moment. And you have to have faith in that you will make every decision the best you can in the moment. Like, sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes we do hurt people unintentionally. But those are mistakes, and that was the best decision you could have made in that moment. That was what you were trying to do. You see what I'm saying? The Hermit. Last card, I'll stop shuffling. Let's see. To not walk away from your spiritual path just because it feels too much or too overburdensome. And if you feel alone, just remember that you're never alone, definitely. I feel like you will have to leave a lot of things behind in your life. There's lots of experiences that you won't be able to have because you're doing this, because you're focusing on this. But it's saying like are those experiences really worth it? Like, wouldn't it be more worth it to do what you're being called to by your soul and follow your intuition and do those things? Or do you think it's more worth it to do what everyone else wants you to do and to go that direction? That's your message, definitely, though. And to pursue your own beautiful path, to pursue your own self, like to see yourself really as beautiful. Like, because you have the Queen of Pentacles 3 times. They came up 3 times. Literally, that's the card in the deck for beauty. That's the card that means beautiful and abundant and like gorgeous. Like that's what it means. Literally, I'm not kidding. You can Google it right now. That's what it'll say. Like basically, it's one of the meanings. There's more meanings to it than that, but that is what it means. And so this is definitely telling you you're gorgeous, literally. And so to not be insecure in any way, the lesson is about like the things you learned from like your situations. And so if you feel insecure, take that as a lesson. Take that as a lesson you can help other people with, like that you see yourself as insecure or you see yourself as not beautiful enough, but like literally like no one else sees you that way. Like you use your pain and like for pleasure. Use your pain for to help people. Earth's Prayer. I don't know. I wish I had the book for this deck. I have no idea what Earth's Prayer means. Helping humanity raise their consciousness and create, though, is what I'm seeing. You're supposed to create by helping people and follow a spiritual path, definitely. But let's get the wrap up of this message. Let's get like the last couple cards, last words. I use a lot of cards, I know. I like to have a lot of cards. It's like almost like having a conversation. So sometimes I need more words to say. The Knight of Wands. To be ambitious in your path, to be, I'm gonna say show off, but in a good way. Like to show off the things you've learned, to show off like to show people your talents, to show people your accomplishments, to not shy away from being a little bit of a, like, not a show off, like don't be prideful, but to not shy away from what you've accomplished. Like you should show people what you've accomplished because it'll inspire them. The Page of Pentacles is about having a dream. It's like you're somebody who has accomplished your dream probably very early in life. Your dream was very like easy to accomplish essentially because it was just to follow on your path of your, you know what I mean? And so you're accomplishing your dream every day, I feel like. And so sharing that with people is very like, you'll teach people with that. Teach people the importance of following their dreams. The Hermit. So you could feel very, very alone a lot of the time is what I'm getting to. There's a big vibe of loneliness here. But you're never alone, really. Like, it's very true. There's always somebody around you, I promise. If no one is, then God literally is. There's somebody around you, I promise. There's somebody there to talk to. Always. And what's wrong with being alone anyways? Like, this is something I've come into, like, realization of. I don't really like people. Like, I mean, I do, but, like, they're annoying. Let's be honest. Like, who likes being in the mall, surrounded by people? Nobody does. Unless you are the center of attention and you like that. Like, nobody really likes to be around people like that much. Like, for the most part, we all kind of like to be solitary. And we just get insecure into where we can't be solitary sometimes. And that's different, but that's really something you're supposed to evolve out of, like, for your highest good. Like, being codependent is not, like, something that's ever really beneficial. And, like, it's really not safe. And, like, it's not healthy. And nobody really enjoys that. You just think you do because if you can't be alone because that's a shadow of yours. Or, for example, not everyone. I'm not saying you specifically who is watching this, but yeah. The Moon. I don't know why I felt the need for one more card. And it was the Six of Cups again. That healing vibe. That reunion. And so I feel like if you did lose your soulmate, if you did walk away from them, this is saying that they're coming back. Like, 100%. And so if you feel like you lost them, you walked away, or like something happened, like, they're coming back. Don't even worry about it. Don't even sweat it. Because, like, literally, it's come up, like, at least twice. And it came up when I was talking about the kiss, and I was, like, talking about a nun that missed her kiss, and it's like, her kiss is coming back. And so that's what I'm saying. She'll be with that person again. If nothing else, then in heaven. That's the whole point. Is, like, this lifetime is meant to be lived, like it's short. Because this lifetime is short. When you realize how old you are, it's like, wow. Because I'm 21, and I feel like I've done nothing yet. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, just be patient with yourself to realize that things are coming to you when they should, and you made the best decisions you can in the moment. And you've learned from them, and when you go back to heaven, you will be very proud to say you lived the life you did. And so make sure you're making decisions that make you proud to live the life you did. But yes, on a pile 3. Hello, welcome to pile 3. This is your message from your spirit guides. I took a little break before recording this one, and it was to like finish all like the plans for like this. I'm trying to start a subscription box, and it's not really a subscription box yet. It's just like a box right now. But the first one's gonna be Scorpio themed, and so I was just working on like the stuff to go in it, and it was stressing me out, but it's okay. It's just a lot. So I gotta actually make stuff, and this will be the first thing I've ever shipped, like, I think ever in my entire life. I don't think I've ever sent anything in the mail. We have rain. I think I got 2 of these. But yeah, rain and iron. I honestly can't remember what that one's about exactly. I remember Googling it and looking into it, but I cannot remember right this very second. I think what it makes me think of, I'll just tell you what that is. It makes me think of the god, I can't remember his name either, damn. But he's one of the 7 African powers, and he's the god of iron and like craftsmanship and stuff like that. He does not like, or he likes blood, I think, and he's the protector. So it gives me like a protective energy, is what I'm saying. And then the Hanged Man. So I feel like you're able to, I put it on the 8 of Swords too, because I feel like that kind of makes sense, like trapping yourself, but it's like you're trapping yourself in a good thing. So I see how I feel like you're able to see how like really negative things can affect you in like a really positive way. So you can put like a positive spin on anything is what I'm getting. You're one of those kind of people. Like you really can see the negative or the positives in a negative. You have, or that's what your message is about, I'm sorry. So let's get more. But I feel like that's what they're saying about you is like, you have the ability to say, see a negative and turn it into a positive. You're not necessarily just a positive person, but like you're able to spin things that way. You're able to, that helps you get things done. That's how you achieve things is that you, if you get stuck in like a stressful situation, you see how positive it is. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do literally right now with what I was just telling you. Like, I'm trying to see the stress it's causing as like a good thing instead of like as a bad thing, you know? Because I'm lucky. I love what I do, or I'm trying to do. It's fun. The 3 of Pentacles is about work. And then we have it on Corona. Types of auroras, Corona. That's kind of funny. That's really funny, honestly. And then viewing auroras from space, the Queen of Pentacles. I think we had the King of Pentacles in the other 2 spreads with this deck, and then now we have the Queen. So let's see if the King comes out, because I'm only going to get these ones. We have Alexander's Dark Band, and we have the colors of Aurora Borealis's. We have the 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, the 10 of Wands. I feel like right now you really are like weathering a storm, kind of. You're walking away from something, or you're walking into something new. I see you crossing a bridge too. That's what they're saying. Like, and there's a butterfly. He's like following a butterfly over a bridge. See, that's why I said I love that card. I think I said it in the intro, but the 8 of Cups is usually kind of a sad card, and like it's about walking away. But like in this deck, literally, it's a guy following a butterfly over a bridge, and he's not really smiling. I said he was smiling. He's not really smiling, but he looks a little bit like down and out a little bit. He looks a little sad, but he's kind of like, he could be in a much worse mood. And so I feel like this is telling you that like you're very like good looking person. You're very hardworking, and you're very stable. You have a lot of things for yourself to show off, and you have a lot of things like that you've done in your life. You've achieved a lot. And so it's important to remember that like walking from one thing to another can sometimes be difficult, like the transition period, but it's very important to embrace change and to go with it. If something's overwhelming you, you have to sometimes walk away from it, even if it doesn't like, even if it seems like something you don't want to walk away from. And even like when it comes to like something that you like, or somebody else being hurt because you walked away, I mean, you have to make the best decision for yourself. And that's what it all goes back to. Because like if you can't be there 100%, then you're really not being there enough for that person. Like if you're in a situation that's like bringing you down and like you feel like you need to take a break from it, you probably do. And so take a break. Walk away for a minute. Your message is basically saying that it's okay to walk away. It's okay, and it's a good idea usually to walk away. Like, not a good idea, but when it's necessary. But let's see what your actual message is on what's going on. What is your spirit guide's message for you? I forgot to light the candles. I thought about it right before doing it, and I couldn't find my incense again. I lost them again. What did I do with them? Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. It took me a second. See, soon I'll have my own candles to light instead of these these ones. There's this YouTuber, Jalyssa's Messages, and she follows me on Instagram. When she did that, I tell you, I kid you not, I cried. But she makes candles, and I hope she doesn't think I'm copying her. That'd be so sad. I'm not trying to copy her. I just want to make candles. But anyways, so if you ever see this, so can you imagine? She follows my Instagram, so I mean, like, she's seen me before. She knows who, like, she's seen my face before. That'd be crazy. That's just crazy to think about. I've watched her for, like, since January, probably. And, like, I swear I've seen every single one of her videos. I love her. But let's get to your message. That one hit the ground, but so slowly. It was kind of dramatic. The Lover's card. I feel like you could be kind of a little bit dramatic, too. Just based on the way that card fell, like, it was kind of dramatic. And, like, I could see you walking, or, like, I can, like, in my head, I can picture you walking away, like, going, like walking away very slowly and, like, looking back to make sure they're watching. Kinda, just kinda. That's funny, though. So even that one, if you can't see it. See it now, I wish you could see me. But it literally, like, slid down my arm like it was on, like, a skateboard. We have the Ten of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles, sorry. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Hermit. All three of the piles be linking with the Hermit, but let's see. The Seven of Pentacles is about assessment. So it looks like it looks like you just escaped a situation, or like escaped as in like you walked away from something. And you escaped it like with like a lot like was taken from you, but you still escaped it with a lot. There was a lot, maybe you lost a lot, but like you still have a lot. Like there was a lot that you had before you lost some. And so I feel like you're trying to reassess like what to do with all your stuff, whatever it is that was you have. With the Hermit, you could have left a relationship, I'm definitely seeing, because we have like the Lovers and two of the Hermit like being the last card. And then the Ten of Pentacles, this would have been a very like stable long-term connection, I feel like. But it could also be like a business, finding your duality with a business. Maybe you had a business partner that you walked away from. Because we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is like a legacy. So it could have been something very, like, something like that. That's what I'm getting. And I feel like right now you're just really assessing things and you're trying to like re-understand yourself. Because the Hermit's about the inward journey. And so it looks like you left like something to understand yourself better. It looks like you're on that kind of journey. I'm going to get clarifier cards already because this is pretty simple. So, why the Lovers? What is the Lovers trying to tell us? The Six of Pentacles. So I feel like I'm going to keep going. The Page of Cups. Your intuition is leading you in the right direction. It's definitely one message I'm getting. Your intuition is never wrong. Your intuition is guiding you in the wrong place, or the right place. Sometimes we interpret our intuition wrong, and that happens all the time. But like, in terms of your intuition being actually wrong, it's definitely not. So no, there's no reason to second guess it. The Ten of Swords. I forgot to get one of these cards. The Ten of Swords. This is a very confusing reading for me so far. I'm not sure why. Sometimes they're like that, though. We have Owl Guardian. I feel like your spirit guides are trying to tell you right now, mainly that they are there to help you. That's one of the big messages I'm getting, actually. That they're there to help you as long as you reach out and let them help you. When it comes to work and, like, your career and stuff, I see, like, there could be some issues in your career that, like, you're stressed about. And, like I was just talking about in the beginning, like, I'm starting, like, to do this business thing and, like, trying to make products for it. And it's just really stressful. And it's, like, you don't need to stress it. Even when I was, like, stressing it earlier, I literally prayed and was just like, come on, tell me I'm going to do it right. And then I drew a tarot card and I got... What tarot card was it? It was on my phone. What was it? I can't remember. But I got a card that was good, and it made me it was just that reassurance that felt good. Because I literally asked, I was like, please just tell me I'm gonna not fail. Because I just wanted to hear that I wasn't gonna fail, you know what I mean? And so that's kind of what you're getting here is like, you're getting that reassurance, and you're being reassured that your guides are watching you and they're listening. And they're there for you. I feel like maybe you've been felt like, or you felt like you were left out from, they left you out some or something. Like you feel like alone sometimes without them. Specifically, like your guides aren't following you and communicating with you. Because you may not feel alone, I don't feel like necessarily with people. Like I feel like there's people around you. That's not the problem. It's your intuition. I feel like you don't trust it all the time. Boom. And then I want to get one more for the hermit in just a second. That one wasn't for the hermit. That was for the Six of Pentacles. So one more for the hermit. The Four of Wands. So I feel like this walking away, this ending, this temporary setback is for the greater good. We have the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Cups too. And so they're saying like there's a next phase after this. And the Nine of Cups is all about luxury. And so I feel like anything that you feel like right now you're lacking in will definitely be luxurious. It'll become like greater and it'll become much more abundant. In terms of the Six of Pentacles, you don't have the Five of Pentacles. And so I don't see insecurity here necessarily. Not at all, really. There's not a lot of insecurity. We have the Five of Cups with rain. And like I was saying, that one's like being strong and being protected. Actually, it was a big protector card. And so that's what your spirit guides really are saying is like you're protected. They're watching you. They're protecting you and they're keeping you like safe. They're trying to kind of reassure you of that. They're also giving me a message that your real job in this world is to take better care of yourself. And so like they kind of have everything else. As long as you'll just take care of yourself is what they're saying. You know what I mean? That's kind of the message, is to watch yourself and make sure you're doing the best you can to like plan things and like work hard. But for the most part, they got that. That's not your job. Your job is to make sure you're okay. This is a perfect card for this. We got Paley's Summon. It fell on the ground, sorry. Paley's Summon, and it's the Master Teacher number 33. So you have Owl Guardian and Paley's Summon. Paley's Summon's like summoning Pele, I assume, I'm pretty sure. And that's like calling on the energy of the island, like in Hawaii. So like calling on like goddess energy to come protect you and save you. She's a protector, but also like a destroyer. And so she has great power and like deserves great respect. And that's the idea. And that's what your spirit guides are saying, is that they're there for you to do that exactly. They're going to protect you as long as you respect them. And which I'm not saying you haven't, but you know what I mean? You just got to believe in them, have faith. And you summon them. Summon them when you need them. They're not going to step in if you don't ask sometimes. Sometimes that's the lesson, is like, if you don't know how to ask for it, we're not going to help you. With Owl Guardian, they have lots of wisdom. And then we see Paley, they're summoned with 33. And 33 is the Master Teacher number. So I'm getting like big teacher vibes. They have something to teach you is what I'm getting. Like there's a lesson here. It's a spiritual lesson too. We have the Hermit. And so they're trying to teach you a lesson. They want to give you a lesson. Like they want you to listen, basically, is what they're asking for. They're trying to guide you towards your intuition. So let's get some more cards. We have Judgment, and that looks like a spiritual team behind you, literally. I guess you can't really see it, but the Judgment card definitely looks like a spiritual team. I'm working on the camera setup. I'll try to fix it a little bit better, because I don't feel like you can see it, but I haven't really had time to like watch a video yet and check to see if you can like see it. But we'll see. We have the Star. And so they're definitely trying to lead you in a direction. Maybe you are following them. I feel like you're unconsciously following them right now. And they're asking your awareness to be brought to it, kind of. Because like the guy in the butterfly, he's like following the butterfly. And then we have a butterfly right here too. So that's interesting. But there's, yeah, and the Owl Guardian. It's like they want you to follow their star. They leave like a trail for you, like a bread trail, a cookie trail. And they want you to follow it. The Knight of Wands. And then the World. They're leading you to complete a cycle. They're leading you to a big growth, definitely, like a spiritual or career growth. Like, they're leading you to grow in every way as a person. Then we have the Hanged Man coming out again. And so all you need to do is sit back and look at things from a different perspective. See things in a different light than you currently are. Get one more of these cards. We have Faces of Agar. And that card tells me about, like, it's like Stone Stories, I guess. That one's from this deck, too. But that tells me of, like, history and, like, great respect for your ancestors, great respect for the power that they hold, essentially. I feel like I should get one more. You got really good ones this deck from this deck this time. Usually, I feel like the good cards don't come out of this deck during the readings, and that's kind of sad to me because like it has some pretty cool ones in it. But this time, a lot of really pretty ones came out. Owl Guardian's got to be one of my favorites too. And we have Traveler's Prayer. Perfect. See, that's why they needed one more. That's perfect. So if you feel lost, definitely ask for help. That's the first message. Next one is to always listen to your intuition. Let your intuition guide you wherever you go. Everything you do, follow your intuition in that. To strengthen your intuition would be to start following it. Definitely. Why this Ten of Swords? Why the Ten of Swords? The Nine of Swords. One of the major lessons you're learning right now is to be able to stand up to the test of time. So I feel like you could be kind of impatient. Maybe not. It's not that you're impatient. I feel like it's not even that when the going gets tough, you like want to back down. They're trying to make you stronger. So like you're already good at this is what I'm getting to. It's just they want you to be even better at it. So they're trying to teach you like resilience. They're trying to teach you to put guards up and be strong and be practical. They're trying to teach you to have faith essentially too. And so you may not be able to see them like in ways that would be very obvious. And you may feel like they're kind of hiding from you. But that's because they're really trying to like open up your eyes to it. And have you look. They want you to question it, but like then still have faith anyway, kind of, is what I'm seeing. The Knight of Wands. So they're kind of saying that you're very ambitious. You're very like loud and out there and like exciting and like to have a lot of fun, is what I'm getting. And they're saying that like sometimes there is a time to be quiet and be alone, to stay inward and assess. Sometimes that isn't necessary, I feel like. The Four of Wands too is about celebration and joy. This reading is like very wise and above my head, I feel like. It's very difficult. But we have Judgment, and so they are leading you towards a decision. I feel like you haven't made this decision yet either. But if you have, then it's a decision that was very difficult, is what I'm saying. It's a very difficult decision to make. It has a sextile in it, or a 5-pointed, is that one? No, a sextile 6. It has this symbol on it. So I guess I'm gonna roll this. 4, Cancer. And so, interesting. It's definitely family that's something here. There's something here with family. The 8 of Wands. The 7 of Wands. The World card. The 9 of Swords. Judgment, the 3 of Cups. And lastly, the King of Swords. So they're trying to get you to master your mind. They want you to be able to put yourself in other people's shoes and really see everyone's perspective around you. There is a vibe of like understanding the world that's in this reading. And like wanting to grab the whole world. You have a lot of star power, I feel like. And they're saying that like the star power is not to be wasted, kind of. You need to focus it in a little bit and like bring it into planning just a little bit more. Because I feel like right now you're very ambitious. You're out there doing a lot of things and you're trying to really like show everyone who you are and like prove yourself. But you're not taking the time to really plan things out practically and like stick with your plans, I feel like. And that's part of the difficulty, I feel like. I feel like there's also a message of, like I said, faith. And so you can believe and like make decisions based on your spirit guides, but I feel like you don't always completely follow through. Like you kind of second guess it towards the end and you get a little scared. I also feel like maybe there's a message to expect even bigger from your spirit guides. Have like even bigger expectations of them. Believe that like if you need $1 million, they're gonna put it in your lap, like kind of thing, instead of just thinking like $5 all they'll do. Because they have the ability to do anything, literally. I mean, this is their playing field. Like, they can do anything to us, basically. And they're saying, like, they don't, obviously. They're not going to just do anything. But, like, they're going to, if you need it and you want it and you're deserving, then that's what it is for. That's what they're for, is to help you. Is to give you help. To give you that boost. To make sure you're being honest and trustworthy. And, like, I'm not saying you're not honest or trustworthy. But to stay on that straight and narrow path the best you can. To really, like, keep your karma good is what I'm getting to. Because I was thinking about karma just a second ago, too. being able to see other people's perspective and like trying to be a little selfless, like trying to be selfless. The past definitely has hurt you, and I feel like you really have grown through that almost. You're already, like, I'm not getting that the past is even coming up in this reading. I'm saying, like, you're in the process of moving on from it. Like, you've already kind of have moved on from it, and that's really good. And your spirit guides are saying that, like, that they're glad you have. Like, they found, like, that you found that peace with them. But let's get to the wrap up of this message because it's confusing me. So maybe they'll bring out some clarity. The Eight of Swords, which is the Hangman from the deck I wrote it on. And that's number 17. Just curious. Which is actually 8. I don't even realize that, I don't think. Or no, it's 12, maybe. It's 12, not 17. The Five of Swords. There could have been a situation where you got into some kind of big argument, too. And they're saying to, like, calm your words. Hold your words down. The Knight of Pentacles. Very slowly, I feel like all your dreams are coming true as well. We have Justice and the Lovers coming out. Then one more card, please. The Five of Cups. So if there is an ending, a temporary setback of some kind, definitely don't fret it, is what I'm getting. Because I feel like you are fretting it. Like you are stressing it out a lot, or stressing it a lot. And this message is saying that like everything is happening in divine timing. Like don't worry about it. Things are happening. Like I said, the Eight of Cups to the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups will be that luxury. And it's saying like you are getting there. You're moving in steps. You're moving from one place to another to another. You're not standing still. And so there's no reason to stress standing still and like feeling like you're not making it on time or something. We have the Four of Cups too. Self-care. And then the Three of Cups. So to spend more time with your friends and to really get out there and be around people more often, I feel like your whole message really is about like having faith and like taking better care of yourself. You maybe lack that sometimes. You forget to. Or you don't feel like it's as important, or self-care is as important as some other things. To put work to the side sometimes and really take care of yourself. The Seven of Pentacles, and last card, the Seven of Swords. To be very smart, but maybe not so tricky. Or to be tricky sometimes. There's situations where your trickiness can be needed. With Libra too, that's giving me a balance, the scales. And so making sure everything's fair, trying to be honest, and again, honest, I said that earlier. But this message really was a little confusing. I hope something came out of it, because I don't know that I necessarily gave too many messages for you, but I hope that it came out good. Let's get a couple more cards just to finish it. The High Priestess, the Page of Wands, the Hierophant, Temperance, and last card, the Ace of Pentacles. Yep, just that your intuition is always leading you right in the direction of your dreams. Never doubt it and always trust it. Even if others doubt you. Definitely don't let others' opinions of you change the way you feel about yourself. Definitely keep a positive attitude and keep your head up, because your spirit guides are there to guide you, not to hurt you. You can trust them. You can also trust your intuition. That's what it's there for. Try to open yourself up as much as you can to it and try to really mature in that way. Like to mature towards where your life is ran by your intuition and that makes all your decisions for you. Try to see opportunities, see endings as new opportunities. See the new opportunity in every ending, and see that you're as connected to your spirit guides as you want to be, essentially. That you can connect more or less with them. You can connect anytime you want, and they're there for you or every time you need them. You just have to ask. Ask for a sign. If you've never done this, you really can just ask for a sign. Say like, let me find a quarter on the side. There's something, anything. You can ask to see a red colored. You can look at the road and be like, if a red truck passes. I mean, that one's a little bit more like. I heard that one on TikTok, but it's true. I mean, ask your spirit guides to prove themselves to you. Not to prove themselves, but to ask them for a sign. They'll give you a sign. Ask them for a sign. Ask for a sign that you're on the right path. Ask for a sign that this is this, whatever it is, whatever you need. Ask for a sign and give them do some research into it if you feel like you can't trust your spirit guides, because it's not just something somebody made up one day. Like it's a real thing. But you're watching a tarot video, so hopefully you believe in that stuff a little bit. Don't second guess your belief too. That's another thing I'm getting. Like, don't be the reason that you can't believe. Like, don't stop yourself from believing, because like the Eight of Swords, you're tying yourself up. That's part of it. Maybe is don't stop yourself from believing. Have faith. But yes, thank you so much for watching this. I'll see you in the next one.